All right, hello. It's me, Michael, and you're watching another one of my YouTube videos. Today, it's gonna be a really quick one. Tried to keep it within 10 minutes. I think we've got 7 minutes of video, so hit that goal. But yeah, what you're seeing is previous sketchbook page, and where I'm gonna do the new sketchbook page, and a little close-up of what I did. I think this was either 2 days ago or yesterday, and now we're gonna attack the blank page. So without further ado, I think we'll just get into it. Actually, I've got an idea for this video. I'm gonna make a series called Sketchbookin It. That's what this is, and this is part one of the video outlining the figure. So kind of more of a boring part of the video for sure, and you really can't even tell that there's pencil marks on the page. You're just kind of feeling the form out, right? In this moment, I'm trying to get an idea of where things are going. Right now you can kind of see me drawing a hand. I've kind of slowed it down so you can see that, but just marking out where I want the recognizable pieces of the drawing to be. So I've got hands, head, chest, legs, feet, marking in where this guy's standing in space. Not necessarily the depth of him, you're just kind of drawing like almost like a 2D silhouette of a person. And of course I've got some other lines in there to help me further along, but truthfully I'm just trying to get a good shape. And around here is where I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I do go in to erase some lines, like, here I noticed that I wanted the leg to, kind of point further out rather than kind of having a bent knee there. But yeah, so, there we go. And then at this point, I think, yeah, here we go. Part two, shadows and more outlines. This is where I'm giving the guy the true depth that I think that the figure should deserve, right? So really just going in and doing those hatch lines anywhere there would be a shadow, anywhere you would see, I'm kind of thinking that the light source is maybe positioned above his head near that hand that's reaching up. So yeah, you've got light coming in, casting a shadow, and anywhere that light hits will illuminate, will be white. I won't touch it. And I've said this before, I'm not trained, I'm not a, I guess I do study on my own, but like I'm not a academic artist, so this could all be wrong. Bear with it. Yeah, now I'm gonna go in with this like shading tool. I think it's really just like a paper kind of pencil almost, and you go in and you can take that graphite that you've laid down and push it around and make things maybe smoother, right? Here I'm just touching another thing up. I think I should have added a line on the outside of his calf there, and then I take the eraser tool I have and try to go in and add some like highlights. I didn't like the way I had his face shaded, so I fixed that up, and yeah, I think at this point of the drawing, it's kind of where I've even felt frantic right now kind of describing it, but it's where I'm like, okay, I've got what I want down. I feel good. Onto, well, really it's onto the background. Right now we'll do like the shadow of the guy, but the background will come up. But yeah, at this point I'm like, okay, cool. We've got the guts, we've got the bones, the meat, we've got the flesh of the guy. A little weird way to describe it, I apologize. Let's start thinking about, what are we gonna put in the background? And that's gonna be colors. So here I'm really just thinking what looks good together, what's gonna be cool. So I've got these greens, a gray, like a tannish color, like a peach kind of color, and then I really like these white pastels that I got just off Amazon. They're super soft, and blend, like mix well with other pastels. So I've been using those quite a lot. But yeah, you know, here we go. We're just gonna start scribbling in our colors. There's really no rhyme or reason at this point. It's just I don't know. I don't really know how I get the colors down. I just kind of say, hey, I think that this part should be darker and this part should be lighter, and let's see what happens. And that's, I think, a good, you know, that's my art in a nutshell. Let's just see what happens. Like right here. So I slowed this down so you could see this kind of choppy, you know, I don't know how to describe it, just scribbling that pastel in there. And I thought, oh, that kind of looked cool. You know, I thought that looks cool. So let's do it a couple more times, and then I think this idea that I came up with here, I didn't come up with it. I've seen it, you know, whatever. Go in and kind of shadow those edges that, you know, I had drawn in. So it almost looks like graffiti in a way, like a street style kind of artist, which I like. I think it looks really neat, interesting, and you know, there's a lot going on. But yeah, at this point, I think I just go in and fix up a couple things, like, you know, add some pencil, add some pastel, you know, fix the face a little bit. I do give him a little bit of shadow under the nose there, and some shadows under the brow, and tried to give him a little bit of personality. But for the most part, this is just another sketchbook sketch, and I like this page. I think that the two pages together look cool. Yeah, what more can I say? Thanks for watching, guys. And bear with me as I get a good thumbs up on screen. There we go. Have a good one.